Universe! Hi mga karag-karag! Welcome back to my vlog! Isang napaganda at pasabog na palok ngayong araw na to mula dito sa Doha, Qatar. At may ginaya akong palok ngayon mga kuragan, mga karag-karag. Walang iba kundi si Miss Indonesia. O diba? Parang nakahanap ako ng mga sa buhok, yung pahikaw namin. Shout out kay Ma'am Cheska na nagbigay nito sa akin. At ito na nga mga karag-karag, ang mga latest na update sa mga kandidata sa Miss Universe, mga live IG interview na hindi natin napanood ngayong araw na to. Pakikinggan natin ang mga revelasyon, ang mga latest na mga pasabog na mga kandidata, ang close-up look nila. Titingnan natin ngayon sa araw na to at itodo na natin to. Kaya simulan mo na ang orasyon kuragan. Let's watch this mga karagan. Karag-karag, unahin natin ang mga pasabog ni Miss Indonesia na wala talaga to ring kapaguran sa mga latest mga photoshoot niya. At isa na nga tong look na to na ginaya ko ay sa kanya. Makikita natin na todo bigay na rin si Miss Indonesia sa pagsusuot ng swimsuit kasi mga last year wala tayong nakikita kundi mga pag-gown lang niya. Ngayong buwan na to summer look din si Miss Indonesia at ang masasabi ko, okay lang naman talaga, matangkad talaga siya, pero ang katawan okay lang din, hindi naman wow na wow factor yung katawan ni Miss Indonesia. Tangkad lang talaga ang meron siya at yun na. Communication skills, walay pa rin at abangan na lang natin kung anong gagawin niya para makapasok siya sa high placement. Let's see kung malagpasan niya ang top 10 ni Federica Cole last 2019. So yan yung abangan natin kay Miss Indonesia mga karag-karag. At ito na nga mga karag-karag, isa sa mga inaabangan din natin na mga pasabog ni Miss Estefania Torres, si Miss Puerto Rico, kung ano yung laban na gagawin niya sa darating na Miss Universe 69th edition sa May 16 sa USA, Florida. Kung malagpasan ba niya si Madison Anderson sa pagiging first runner-up last 2019, sa tingin nyo kayang i-back to back ang first runner-up ni Miss Puerto Rico or kayang iuwi ang corona ng Miss Universe? Para sa akin, panoorin muna natin ang video na ito mga karag-karag bago tayo magbigay ng opinion natin kung pasok ba siya sa high placement, top 10, top 5, top 2, or maging Miss Universe. So, let's watch this. Ito yung IG live interview ni Miss Puerto Rico at titingnan natin at pakikinggan natin siya kasi isa rin to sa may magandang communication skills. Kaya, let's watch.
And let's see. The first question comes from the mixologist, and the question is, what are you most excited about for Miss Universe? Alright guys, you know that I've said this before, but I love rock and roll. And I love all genres that come from rock, alter, anything. So when I first noticed and when I first heard that this competition would be at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and that this building is in the shape of a guitar, I felt so excited because it just feels like I'm gonna go to this fabulous rock show and I'm part of the band, you know that feeling, and I'll be walking down that runway feeling like I'm rocking the stage and rocking the universe. So I have to say I'm super excited to get there and see how's the stage going to be created. I would love to see what type of music and what type of artists will make part of the whole show. It would be amazing to have a rock band there, to rock the runway. So I'm very excited about that. But of course, meeting the girls, just enjoying the entire experience will be amazing. The second question, actually, it's related questions, so I'm just gonna take two questions in one. It's regarding my look for the final night. And this one comes from Miss Tatiana. Thank you, Miss Tatiana, for the question. She wants to know what type of hair I will be wearing for the final nights. And Daniel Javier Arroyo, thank you, Daniel, for your question, wants to know the color. Now, guys, if I'm being totally honest with you, I have been discovering really what really suits me the best. And you've seen it all. I think we've been really playful with all of styles. And we have our preferences, but we still believe that in a month and a half we can keep discovering. Like, usually I'm not a huge fan of the style that I have now, although I'm feeling more comfortable with it. And I think it could be, you know, very beautiful on stage. I'll tell you which ones. That I'll leave for a surprise, all right? All right, next question comes from Hector_NYZ. Thank you for your question. And the question is, how do you prepare yourself to deliver a strong answer in such a short amount of time? All right, it is about content. It is about practice, and it is about meditation. So that being said, I try to read and be updated with everything that's going on. I try to read books, I try to read articles, you know, practice. Like I said before, every Friday night I have a fogueo. A fogueo is just a space and a moment where we sort of recreate what could possibly be the jury interview and the final night. And I just face a bunch of questions from different people, and I try to visualize myself and to focus. That's the most important thing, focus. If I'm not focused, I can miss a word, and if I miss a word, I can panic, and then that's not what we want. So a lot of focus, meditating to be able to, you know, reach that focus, and making sure I know my content. And the most important thing of all, guys, to speak from my heart. It doesn't matter what content, what knowledge, whatever. If I don't speak from my heart, then it means nothing. Then I won't be able to connect with you guys. And I want to connect with you, and I want you to, you know, feel my words and be inspired by them. All right, Abby Rivera 1012. Thank you, Abby, for your question. Something that makes you stand out from other people. All right, when I read this question, I immediately thought about my beauty marks. You cannot see them right now, but I'm just gonna go ahead and lift this sleeve. For those who don't know, I have lots and lots of beauty marks. And I think that's something that stands me out from other people. And they are very special to me. I think they're a constellation of my childhood memories. I remember when I was a child, I had an uncle who passed away, and he would say that my beauty marks represented the little stones of a bonfire. And that was such an amazing imagery for a child to imagine that, you know, you had the stones of a bonfire there, and what it means to do a bonfire. It's light, it's comfort. It also reminds me when I was a child and I wanted to become a model, there was always this question on how my beauty marks are going to limit my modeling career. You know, I started modeling when I was 10 years old, and the modeling industry has evolved immensely, and I'm happy to see that. But when I was a model, these beauty marks were not something that were appreciated. In many cases, my beauty marks were erased via post-production. And to be very honest, it was not something that necessarily bothered me, because I was raised and I learned to understand that even though my beauty marks were part of me, they didn't define me. So looking at a picture that had my beauty marks removed, it didn't have a huge impact back then. Now though, I think it's an amazing aspect of who I am that I like to showcase. So I'm very happy to have them. I think they're very cute. So like I said, it's a constellation of childhood memories. Yeah, I think that's one of the things that makes me stand up. Thank you. All right, final question. It comes from MU Finals 2, thank you for your question. And the question is, do you think beauty pageants affect how women are perceived in a professional way? I would like to say that it doesn't, but I have experienced that it does. And it does impact this in a very negative way. And I believe that's just because we have no reference, or now we're starting to build them, but previously we usually don't have any reference of female figures, of women that are portraying being both, being fashionable, beautiful, having an interest and loving the fashion and beauty industry, and being professional, being an academic person. You know, it's often really hard for us to imagine a figure embodying both because we've had no reference at all. And we've had no reference at all because in society there was no space for believing that that was possible. And I think it's a huge pity that is still something that happens today. I've experienced this, you know, in my work at job and in different organizations. Usually it was something that I didn't talk about. I didn't like to say I used to be a model, or I'm going to be competing in this, because you could see the change of perception that people had whenever I said I'm a model. So I always kept it silent, but I think I'm now at a moment in my life and I'm grateful for this opportunity because I am so confident and I'm not ashamed to say I am both. You know, I am an educated person. I love the academic world. I love reading. I love learning. And I love being Miss Universe Puerto Rico. And I feel so confident about it. And I don't see any issue with it. And I'm happy that I'm right now at that moment in my life where I'm comfortably opening up about my trajectory, my integral trajectory. And I think it's amazing that we've had to build a lot of spaces for women to feel like that. I mean, it is necessary. It is necessary that women feel whatever, you know, that they can do whatever they want to do, but that they don't feel ashamed, you know, because yes, there's a tendency for women to follow their dreams and to do whatever they want to do, but there's also a tendency to hide an aspect from it because it might be shameful or other people might change their perception on you. And we should be comfortable with the idea that being professional, intelligent, intellectual, and being beautiful, into fashion and into beauty queens, none of those ideals or lifestyles or interests should devalue another. You know, it doesn't mean that because you are a model or a pageant, then your professional work and your knowledge is devaluated. No. Or the other way around. You shouldn't be like that. And, you know, it just makes me think of two amazing women. It's Priyanka Chopra, which is an amazing writer, actress, leader, and she won Miss World in 2000. And I don't know if you guys knew, but I recently came to know that Oprah Winfrey was also a pageant queen, I think when she was 18. And nowadays, these are an example of women that, you know, have a lot of respect professionally. Yet if you look deep inside into their story, they have an amazing, you know, relation to pageantry. And I think that's really awesome.
At aabangan natin mga karagara kung anong atake ang gagawin ni Estefania Torres para masungkit niya ulit ang high placement o ang corona ng Miss Universe 69th edition. Kumalagpasan niya kaya si Madison Anderson mga karagarag. So may laban naman kasi talaga siya at yun yung abangan natin. Batayan natin to kung kasi tahimik lang to pero di natin alam kung anong nito ba. Technique na gagawin. At ito na mga karagarag ang mga revelasyon sa ibang mga kandidata sa kanilang social media account. Panoorin natin ang kanilang latest Pasavough close-up look sa kanilang mga photoshoot, mga pa-video. So let's watch this mga karagarag kung sino yung umarangkada, kung sino yung Pasavough, kung sino yung standout, kung sino yung ano lang, wala lang, simple lang. And let's watch
Francisca Luhong James, Malaysia.
Maraming mga live interview sa social media na hindi natin nakikita at nasurpresa ako nung makita ko to kahapon ang takeover ni Rabiya Mateo sa Miss You updates na ang cute talaga ni Rabiya dito, ba karag-karag na ano ko, ang napaka-inosente ng mukha ni Rabiya dito, ni Rabiya Mateo dito. Kaya panoorin natin at pakinggan ang IG live na ito ni Rabiya Mateo. Let's watch this mga karag-karag.
Mateo. Today I'll be taking over Miss You updates. So to know me better, don't hesitate to comment any questions on the box above, okay? As an introduction, I am 23 years old. I am a licensed physical therapist, but instead of going into clinics, I decided to teach in a review center to prepare the graduates of PT for the board examination. Biracial. My mom is a Filipina, while my dad is an Indian by race, but he's an American citizen. So if we have viewers here who came from India, please do message me. I want to know a lot of things about your country. I'm gonna have Susmita Sen, Diana Mendoza, Dayanara Torres, Pia Wurtzbach, and of course, Catriona Gray. It's actually seeing your patients have some development and progress. It's a reminder that God had put you in that perfect place to heal His people. And it's something that I really look forward to every single day. Power by Little Mix, simply because the message of the song is so inspiring that as a woman, you have the control over your life. And aside from that, you can be anyone who you want to be and dream the dream that you want to achieve. I graduated physical therapy in Iloilo Doctors College batch 2018 as cum laude and University Valedictorian. That's why I gave the speech on behalf of the graduates during our commencement exercise. Good afternoon, everybody. So this is the day of the week for our food donation drive, and we already cooked and prepared 114 meals for the victims of fire, and later we will go to their evacuation center to see their situation.
No time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town.
I have watched Every Child is Special, Gajini, Three Idiots, and My Name is Kat. If given the opportunity, I want to visit India and go to Taj Mahal. And according to Susmita-san, India is a country of love. I want to experience your culture and at the same time the diversity in religion. Hi there. I just got home from my volunteer work for today, and it's really challenging but fulfilling at the same time. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to update everyone when I was in the evacuation center because I was so busy giving away those food meal packs. And I got some left, so I decided to go to a nearby construction site. And I just found out that they have 30 workers who cannot go home because of this crisis. And they don't have any income at the same time. They sleep, they eat inside the site. And I started to question myself, what else can I offer to them? So I might be communicating or contacting some of my friends here in Iloilo to do another food donation drive for the benefit of the construction workers.
You're driving me crazy, driving me crazy, driving me crazy, driving me crazy. Your body's made, your body's made, your body's made. The way your body syncopates, you're driving me crazy. Oh. And lately I ain't thinking straight. Your body's amazing. The way your body syncopates, you're driving me crazy. And lately I ain't thinking straight. Your body's amazing.
Ayan ang mga karag-karag na panood na ninyo ang mga revelasyon, ang mga pasabog ng mga kandidata sa 69th edition ng Miss Universe. Kaninong palok, kaninong mga photoshoot ang nagustuhan ninyo mga karag-karag? Comment down below ano. Kung di ka pala nakapag-subscribe sa channel ko, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Please subscribe Kuragang Karag. Maraming salamat sa inyong suporta mga karag-karag. At abangan nyo bukas ang panibago na namang palok ni Kuragan. Kung kaninong palok ang gagayahin natin bukas, inspired look lang. Di naman natin magaya kasi wala naman ako mga ano dito, kagamitan. Kaya ang hirap. Kaya ito lang is pang-good vibes lang sa inyo para hindi naman kayo maumay habang nakikinig sa orasyon ni Kuragan. And thank you for watching mga karag-karag. Have a good day sa inyong lahat. Isang posing pang-ayo. Bye-bye. Buang ka, Kuragan.